The Center for Philosophy of Religion presents Where the Conflict Really Lies. A popular view, sometimes called naturalism, is the belief that there is no God, and that human beings, like everything else, are material things. Unsurprisingly, theism disagrees and maintains that God exists, is a person, and has both created and acted in the world. On whose side do we find science in this disagreement? Many people believe science firmly supports naturalism and causes a lot of trouble for theism. But Alvin Plantinga has argued that science actually conflicts with naturalism and supports theism. For example, it is sometimes claimed that the theory of evolution disproves the existence of God. Another alleged example is that laws of nature have been discovered that prove God never directly acts in the world. But Plantinga maintains that God's existence is actually consistent with evolutionary theory and all the science that supports it. Perhaps God guides the evolutionary process. God could even do this without violating laws of nature because scientifically formulated laws of nature only tell us what has to happen in a system in which God and other outside influences are not participating. We get conflict between science and the existence of God only when scientists stop doing pure science and help themselves to some unscientifically supported metaphysical views as well. Science is in genuine conflict with theism in other ways, but Plantinga has argued that either the real conflicts are over issues not essential to theism, like the age of the earth, or else generated by scientific inquiries that consider only a portion of the evidence available to theists. Naturalists and theists disagree about what counts as evidence. A naturalist, for example, will not regard appeals to the authority of Scripture or to direct revelations from God as admissible evidence when doing historical biblical criticism. But the theist who does can reasonably stand her ground and not feel compelled to relinquish her religious views when challenged by objections which ignore evidence she takes to be relevant. Furthermore, Plantinga argues, science is actually in deep agreement with religious theism, since appealing to God's design, rather than to the unintentional working of the blind forces of nature, can better explain how human beings possess the capacity to succeed so brilliantly in scientific endeavors and gain knowledge of the world. The really bad news, Plantinga argues, is that science is actually in serious and perhaps irreparable conflict with naturalism. So very serious that combining belief in evolutionary theory with naturalism leads to the conclusion that there is almost nothing that we know about ourselves or the world. Why would we be in such a terrible situation? For Plantinga's answer to this surprisingly hard question, click here. To learn more about these ideas, please visit plantingavideos.com.